Hello and welcome to the EVERSPACE 2 Gamescom build. I am your host for this video. My name is Eric Schrader. I'm the Community Ambassador for Rockfish Games. I'm just going to be telling you about what's going on with what you see here. Currently, we are cycling through the different ships that we do have available in this version. Each one has a unique set of items that it comes equipped with, as well as unique devices that are going to allow you to engage or get away from foes and obstacles in your path. We're kind of hovering over all the different items that you see here. The long story short is that you have primary weapons, secondary weapons, consumables that you can use on the spot, and modules which are going to be the base elements of your ship. We have cargo, storage in our home base where we're currently docked, and then we also have the ability to manage our ship, our location, where we are going. There's so much information. I know I'm throwing a lot at you all in the start, but this is a big world. As you can see here, it's an open world arcade spaceship shooter this time around. So let's get right into flight. We're going to take this assault fighter out into space in this nearby area. So controls are going to be incredibly similar to that of EVERSPACE 1. You can kind of see it up on screen there as we start engaging with some outlaws at this nearby base. We're cycling through a couple different items just to show you. Each one of these will actually have random stats associated with them, but they'll also have unique colors. So there's that. Every time you load up the game, you get different colored weapons. This might be something we allow for customization down the line. For here, we are using a lot of devices. We used weapon overdrive and an EMP burst that allowed us to just disable that ship, hit it with a lot of weapons, just barraging them from afar. Or rather, up close is the benefit of this weapon. Now, you'll also see in the upper right that we have a little 0-1 and then like a little bar. That indicates our level. We are level 1, and the ship we are fighting, the reason it's purple is because it's level 3, so it's a lot better than we are, but it also means we get a lot of experience for that. So now you'll notice that big old white bar in the top right is much more full. That is because we do have leveling systems in play with EVERSPACE 2. Every time you level up, there's going to be some statistical gains, which you'll see here in just a moment. But there's also going to be, here we are, some statistical gains, hit points, weapon damage, critical hit chance, device cooldown change. But you'll also see a lot more with abilities coming forward. So here we're just going to cut forward into an area where we are taking out this platform. You'll see us collecting a couple items here and there, sucking it right on into the ship with the tractor beam, and then we're going to grab one of these gas tanks and we're going to try and shoot this at this outlaw drone and have it explode. But we miss. That's okay. But there's a lot of physics going on here, and there's also a lot of secrets to explore in this world. As you'll see right in the side of this asteroid, it looks like we should be able to break it, so we'll try a missile, and voila! We got some plating and an energy core, and these are both blue. That means they are enhanced items, and they're straight up better than what we currently have on board. So we're just going to enhance our ship with those and reap the benefits immediately. Now here's another little item that we are able to utilize. This is a damage glyph, and it makes us do a ton of damage while we're holding on to it. So as you just saw us, we pot shot one guy, and now we get to destroy this vessel. This bomb thrower is going to literally throw bombs at us, so we're just going to grab one, throw it right back. That feels pretty good. Nice little grapple mechanic on our ship. Keep taking down these foes. As you can see, the combat is incredibly fast-paced. Sometimes you feel amazing. Sometimes you can feel completely overwhelmed. You'll actually see right here this Outlaw Madcap, a new entry in our series. This guy drops mines when you blow him up, and we just took a ton of damage. You'll see the indicators on the right side of the screen, the red, the yellow, and the blue. You only have a little bit of red left. All the yellow is gone. That was our armor. The blue that's coming back is our shield. On the left side, we actually have our ammo and our engines. And here we find a shadow creature. This little guy. This one, he's just looking for a mate. And when we go into the light, you'll see there, he doesn't like that very much. He turns white. He gets upset with you. Let's just keep him in the darkness. Now, these little creatures are going to be a little bit all over the place, and there's going to be a challenge to find the route through the shade so that they don't get burned to death. But there'll be a lot of other interesting creatures and challenges that are going to be set before you. It's just one. We really like the idea of navigating through the dark, just of where asteroids and stations were. Now here we're doing a little bit more exploration. We looted that ship, as you saw. Now we're taking out this turret. And we've got this little drone. We're going to go ahead and activate him for our cause, because, you know, why not? We'll take some goods. Look at that. We found a legendary plank insulator. That should come in useful. And we're going to head back to our base. So we use the cruise mode. This allows us to get around these smaller areas much faster. So we didn't like the idea of waiting around so much. So diving back into the home base, we are going to look at our spoils, and I also want to show you when we change ships, the equipment is independent of one another. So we could put this plank insulator on this ship, or we could put it into our storage and put it on our other ship. But for all intents and purposes, we're just going to leave that one on that ship, and we're going to go with the Interceptor now, and take this one for a spin, and use super light travel to go to a new location. When we enter this state, the celestial objects in the background now become fully realized, so you'll want to avoid almost crashing into them like I do here. Traveling in EVERSPACE 2 is about giving a sense of distance without being a chore of flying for several minutes in real time from one destination to another. Now we'll talk more about that in a moment when we have an actual example of it. For now, I'd like to draw attention to the nice detail work on our personalized ship that we will be able to customize as we play, whether it's the cockpit, the wings, or even the engines. Now on our way to this star, you see that we got interdicted, so we have to perform this little task, keep our mouse aligned to escape somebody from breaking our signal, which we do, and now we can head right on over to this star. We also held down the R button to just skip waiting around to get there super fast. You do miss out on other missions and unknown signals if you do skip, but you get directly to where you want to be, so you can cut to the chase without wasting time. Now I'm going to fast forward this section right here, because this is a little mission. Basically, scientist says, hey, fix our radar dishes, and you're like, okay, well, you better pay me, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we'll totally pay you. So we're just flying around super fast, doing these little challenges, exploring that location, grabbing some loot, and boom. Alright, so we got all three of them done. We're going to go ahead and engage these outlaws, and the scientist basically says that the sun that they were trying to do research on is complete trash, and so he's not really going to pay us very much, which is really lame. But that's going to be kind of what happens in EVERSPACE, is sometimes just doing jobs all the time doesn't necessarily mean it's going to pay. You have to be really mindful of who you're working for, and the repercussions if you succeed or if you fail. We just used Energized Boost, so at the very top of the screen you'll see a bunch of little green things that are slowly ticking down. That indicates that we have more damage, more attack speed, and it costs less energy to fire our weapons. Where's that base? Right up here. Excellent. Looks like we found a rare blaster indicated by this nice purple coloration. I'm able to compare its stats by holding the left alt button down with the other weapons. You can see three little boxes. We're going to cycle it right there with the coil gun, and we're going to just see how effective it is just right here. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I'm liking this blaster. Excellent. Another level up. All right. You can see that G and B are also in this area. They've got those frigates kind of moving through. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to mosey on to another location just to give you the full swath of what we offer in this Gamescom build. So we're flying away from this star, this apparently pathetic little star, but don't worry about that. It's giving us all the light we need. We also see an unknown signal over there. That's kind of what I'm talking about. We're going to go ahead and skip that, though. We're going to head straight over to Sobek 1, where we've got new exciting things to do. So fast traveling in, we've got another space station in the distance. We also have a warp gate and some more enemies, of course. Looks like we were getting a little flanked, but I'm not too worried. We got a lot of tools at our disposal, like this ability to teleport. They think they get us... Nope, we can teleport up to 3 times, actually, in quick succession. And every time the cooldown reaches it in the lower left, you might be watching it. Every time 15 seconds goes by, we get another charge to teleport forward. But these guys aren't too bad. I say that as I lose my shields, but we're not too worried about how we need to navigate this situation. Now, I could be smart and use some of my consumables in the lower right. There you have nanobots, an energy injector, and a damage booster, but instead I'm opting to just use the weapon overdrive. The weapons I'm using have a bit of spread, so I have to be very careful about how I'm leading my target, as indicated by that circle out in front of the enemy ship. So here is this base, and we've got another mission, which we're gonna speed up the dialogue real quick, just getting right through it. Basically, this guy needs some repairs done. So we're gonna go into our shopping, see what we can sell here, and the selling menu gives you pretty good control over what you want to sell to the market, shows you all your cargo space and what happens of what's free used, what's released, how much you're making per profit. And of course, we also have the means to just do this really quickly, so I'm just basically pressing F to just sell them really fast. And oh, actually, I'm going to keep this shield. I like this shield. It's a lot stronger, and I think that this would be utilized much more effectively where I'm at right now. So we'll go ahead and sell our old shield. So now we are going to do this mission. Spawn some guys, we take them out. Now he's saying, hey, we need you to go find all the guys at this base. So we're just fast forwarding through this. It's just one example of the classic go out and destroy all the bad guys type of a mission, but we are also planning on doing full ranged trading missions as well as rescue missions and everything in between for all the different factions within EVERSPACE 2. So after we're done with our work here, the manager's a little upset with how much money we asked for, but he pays it. And now we're going to go see what's going on with this jump gate. So a space game's never a space game without those larger vessels that you have to overtake. This is an Outlaw Destroyer, a very new entry into the EVERSPACE franchise. And he has a decent amount of armor, but right now, because we've blasted through it, his sides have opened up here, which we are doing crazy amounts of damage to him. Unfortunately, he was able to call back more armor, release some drones, and has a lot of turrets shooting down on us. But I think if we can get one more swoop down the middle, you'll see the turrets here too. Whenever you take them out, they're not gone forever. In fact, they just hide away back into the ship, just like that. So they'll recharge, then come back out. But we can at least stop them from firing for a short duration. And that'll be all the time we need to blast this guy in its weak spots, level up, and collect all the sweet loot, of course. Boom. Alright, so we also found this Outlaw Armor Drone flying about, and he's kind of a little mission here too, because he's a lot higher level than us. So we're just going to hunt him down and see where he's going. I'll skip ahead here again. Let's see. Now we just got to take out all these guys first example of a missile use. Don't know why I haven't been using them earlier, but they are beautifully effective against drones. Flying all around you. You can just select them, launch a missile, and be done. Now here we're going to go to another location. Let's go see about the last one that we haven't explored yet. The Outlaw Turf that's actually over by our home base. Who'd have thought? So let's skip ahead to that real quick. And it's pretty close to this planet. Alright, so see here we have a bit of wreckage from a vessel of sorts. And there's an evacuee who is now needing our help. So we have a nice little object nearby indicator saying, hey, find me. I'm 3.4 kilometers away. But of course we have to take out all the bad guys first. But you can probably notice that, now that you've seen several instances of combat, the AI isn't too crazy at the beginning levels. They will try and dart out of the way, get a little crafty with their approaches. But a lot of their weaponry is pretty standard. They're not firing like crazy missiles at us or dropping insane mines or anything like that yet. This will increase. The difficulty will rise with an assortment of tricks with your enemies, including all new types of weaponry that it's going to be found on them, especially depending on which faction you uncover. So now we've dealt with them, we're going to go search for our buddy. Okay, well this is actually another little guy. This Outlaw Armored Drone, you see that large orange bar on that drone next to us? Now it's gone. The reason why it vanished like that is actually because the Outlaw Drone was providing armor to everything nearby. So by dropping that armor drone, it eliminates the armor to enemy foes. Very, very nasty with the right set of ships near it. Always encourage you to take out drones first. Now, I actually got a little bit lost here. Sorry. Sorry to this rescuee. I didn't see him, but we're really close. And thankfully, we do provide indicators with these missions that once you do get close enough, it'll just straight up tell you. So that's basically what I'm doing right here, is I'm waiting for it to say, hey, this is where I am. Here he is. And now we have to hole him over to this other base. Now, it's kind of hard to show this, but basically your controls are a little inverted when you're heaving something in space, as opposed to just grabbing something. Grabbing something's way, way easier. So we also can't use cruise mode when we're heaving, so we have to carry this guy all the way over manually. Don't worry, I'm going to cut this out as well. Alright, so we're finally at the base. Gonna get this guy dropped off just like so. And in traditional fashion, I'm going to just speed through the dialogue. Basically, he says, thanks for saving my butt. You can have this thing. And we get earth wine. Wonderfully delicious. So we're going to go ahead and head into this trading cycle, see what we've got. We've got, a couple little things, obviously. The earth wine, sell that. Autocannon, we'll go ahead and use that as well. Sell these other objects. We don't need those. At least I don't think we do. But I'm all for the credits right now. And now we have over 6,000 credits. That feels good. That feels really good. Credits are going to be your main source of replenishing your health at different locations, as well as shopping for goods, obviously. Let's take out this base, yeah? That's right, I said the base. We're going to destroy this outlaw base. This is a triggered event. Whenever you start attacking any bits of it... Wow, almost wrecked myself there, but... we're going to have to take out all the different parts first. So as you can see in the upper left, we got to take out the fuel tanks, we got to take out the boost structures, the turrets, and the banners. Now the boost structures, it doesn't really define those, but essentially If those are surviving, it's going to make other things nearby stronger in some capacities. Some might give increased weapon damage, some might give increased movement speed, some might hinder yours. So definitely focus in on those boosting, disabling sort of tools on a base. All we have left are these banners. Obviously we got some people shooting at us, but you know, I'm not too worried. Excellent. Now this core thing opens up. We just have to blast through it. This won't take long. Nice little kaboom. Oh, that feels so good. I love the way that looks. And we just have to take out the big bad boss man himself in this madcap. We got a decent amount of stuff. It wasn't anything crazy, but I'll take it. Ooh, a sticky turret. We might show this off. It's a fun little item. Basically, it's a consumable that when you throw, it sticks to an asteroid and provides a turret to fire at your foes for you. Who'd have thought? Alright, so let's assault this other base that's nearby. This is just a smaller one, but we've got another mission to do with a nice level up again. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling good about this run. And we're just going to take the stuff in the shipwreck really quick, and somebody's upset that we took it, I think. Yeah, the smuggler. He's not too happy on what we've just done, so we're going to take out this bomb thrower just by using our weapons, no big deal. And says that they're probably going to just go bad in 2 minutes, so you know what? There's that station nearby. I think I'm just going to go sell it for a profit before it goes bad. That wraps things up for this Gamescom build of EVERSPACE 2. This is barely scratching the surface of the overall vision that we have for this title. So if you are interested in our development, interested in this product at all, and want to see things as they develop, I implore you to continue to reach out to us. We would love to carry on that discussion and see where things go from here. My name is, again, Eric Schrader, the Community Ambassador for Rockfish Games. Thank you for your time and attention. Goodbye.